Well, good afternoon. It's a beautiful day. I'm Olivier Mellet, the Felda and Dina Hardiman new director of the Clark Art Institute, and I'm very honored to be in front of you today for this beautiful and great event. But first, I would like to acknowledge the politician who is with us today, and I would like to say thank you to the state representative, the Honorable Gail Caridi, who is there. Thank you for coming. Well, not from so far, but you were here 2 years ago, and we are very happy and pleased and honored to have you back again. Thank you very much. But I think today, I think all want to thank the Manton family and the Manton Foundation for all the support they gave to the Clark Art Institute, and more precisely, to the Manton Research Center. Their generous support since years made this day possible. I think nothing could have happened without you. Thank you very much. I was also here 2 years ago when you opened the Ando Pavilion. And I remember this day with marvel. I think I was amazed by the beauty of the place, and I was not even thinking that I could be back 2 years later in this position. And since 2 months and a half, I have to say that I rediscovered the Clark. For those who do not know, 15 years ago, my wife and I were fellows at the Clark Art Institute. We were the first year of the fellows in 2000-2001, and we kept coming back 7 years in a row. We were so in love with Williamstown and so in depth with the Clark Art Institute and the research and academic program that we came back 7 years in a row during the winter. We experienced our first summer this summer, believe it or not. But thank you everyone for coming today. And I think the best is probably to welcome now our President of the Board, Andreas Alborton. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivier. It's such a beautiful day today. We promise that this program will not last more than an hour or so. It's sort of a debate. Should you stand in here where you don't have any wind, but it's in the shade, or should you go out there and stand in the sun, but it's windy? Anyway, on behalf of the board, I would like to welcome all of you to this very significant event. It is actually the completion of a 15-year plan of expanding the Clark campus by 2 new buildings and completely renovating the 2 original buildings, the museum building and the Manton Research Center. And I'm also here from the board to give our sincere gratitude to the Manton Foundation and the Manton family. There's several Mantons with us today. And for the profound partnership that we have had with them. And there are really 2 adjectives that underscores that relationship. It is dedication and patience. They have been waiting now for over a decade for us to finish this building. I have to say that when they came to us 10 years ago and gave us a very significant art collection, we felt very fortunate. But I am confident with that when the family now goes in and sees the full renovated building with the new library, the new Manton Study Center for Prints, the several new galleries that have been renovated, that they will be very pleased with where we have put many of your works and how we use the space in its new renovated capacity. I would like to introduce the next speaker in Sandy Niles. She is a fellow board member. She was there before I came there. She has led several subcommittees, and now, very appropriately, she is the chair of the Research and Academic Program Subcommittee on the board. With that, Sandy Niles.
That's great. Andrea's left me about 45 minutes in our hour. As you heard, I am Sandy Niles. I am the granddaughter of Jim and Gretchen Manton, who more formally are known as Sir Edwin and Lady Manton, whose collection and generosity have come here to the Clark now many years ago. I would like to thank Andreas and my fellow trustees for the foresight, the hindsight, the leadership, and the guidance in this project. It really has been a learning experience for us all, and the fruition of a long plan and a wonderful home for our grandparents' collection. And while many people have played a very important role in this, there is one person who is going to shoot me daggers right now for mentioning him. But Paul Neely was really pivotal at the completion of this project, bringing it home, and being a trustee, never voting to the last committee, and he really shepherded this over the finish line in a very wonderful manner. So thank you, Paul. And then on behalf of the Manton Foundation, my sister Julia Croft and her husband Alex, my parents, who unfortunately my dad was here last night, and they did get a tour. Well, he didn't because he wasn't feeling well. But my mom got a tour, and they did get to see the renovated building, which is wonderful. But then they did go home today, so he could rest. And my husband Sam, who is on his way, but our older daughter has a cross-country meet at Kimball Union, so that took priority. I want to say how thrilled we are to be here. And again, thank you to everyone for this. It is tremendous to be standing here today in front of this completed renovation, which hopefully you will all get a chance to admire and enjoy as much as we have. And to think about the many programs and future possibilities that this academic, research and academic program will fulfill, the museum will fulfill, and the leadership that is here will be able to look into the future and continue on with the work they have done, and then do many more things to come. I know that under Olivier's guidance and leadership, there's much to be done and much that we can accomplish. And thank you so much for coming out today to help us celebrate.
I think it's now time for the great moment. I think Sandy, Julia, Alexander, Andreas, Bob, our vice chairman, yeah, please join us.
Yes, you've done there. Other pairs.
There's another one if anyone wants. But do you think we'll make it through this? Exactly. There's another sister. Oh, come here. Yeah. This is especially ordered for you, Paul. Oh, it's you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Sandy, you have to take us through the door.